very much, Victor, and good evening from Times Square across the United States and Canada. Once again, it's New Year's Eve in old New York and 25 degrees in Times Square. We're atop the marquee of the National Theater at the corner of Broadway and 44th, where Clint Eastwood is starring in The Gauntlet. It's New Year's Eve, and the crowd is out again tonight in strength, as is usual for these occasions. They're here in front of number 1 Times Square, where the electric ball will start its descent into 1978 at exactly 1 minute before midnight. Now, do you know how this custom began here in New York for the crowd to gather in Times Square for New Year's Eve? Well, it began New Year's Eve of 1905. That was the year that the New York Times had moved uptown from Park Row, giving what was until that time Longacre Square a new name, Times Square. And to celebrate their new address, the Times put on a giant fireworks show for that New Year's Eve of 1905. And that's how the custom began for the crowds to gather here to bring in the new year and to see out the old year. And what a year 1977 was. It began with President Carter's march down Pennsylvania Avenue, you might say, after his inauguration, and pretty well climaxed with President Sadat's march to the Middle East in search of peace. And tonight in Iran, President Carter says he is going to Egypt to see Sadat on Tuesday. It was a record breaker in cold, the coldest winter in 200 years, and last summer so hot it was 104 degrees where it was 25 degrees tonight. It was the year of the passing of so many greats in show business, Elvis and Bing and Groucho and Charlie Chaplin and our own Guy Lombardo, who'd been on the air for nearly 50 years every New Year's Eve here in New York, and of Ben Grauer, who'd been on the air for nearly 40 years, who had done this report for you every New Year's Eve. And what a crowd we have tonight, though, to bring in the new year and to say goodbye to 1977. I see signs from all over the world. Hello, Mom in Sweden. Hello, Brian in Buffalo. Hello, North America, USA, and Canada. That's the scene from Times Square. And now back to Victor Lombardo at the Waldorf on Park Avenue.